In this mini lecture, I will go over the literature review outline assignment. This is a follow-up to the synthesis assignment where I gave you some tools of how to start organizing and summarizing the individual primary peer-reviewed literature sources that you are reviewing for your projects. The goal of the outline is to organize the references of your literature review. We are expecting that 15 of the 25 peer-reviewed primary literature sources should be included in this outline. We also expect that you should categorize the references into subtopics. As I showed you in the synthesis activity, you will often find subtopics related to your topic, and organizing along those subtopics is an important part of making a clear, well-written literature review. Again, the organizing and synthesis activity with sticky notes could be helpful to you in this effort. Or if you have another method or strategy for organizing and starting to summarize all the pieces of information you're getting from your papers, by all means, go with that as well. As with previous mini lectures, I will talk about this assignment by going over a great example of a literature review outline from a previous student in class. There are 4 main parts of this outline: an introduction, methods, a body of the review, and a conclusions and further research section. And I will go over each of those in detail. You will also note that the title of the review is at the top of this outline as well, and that actually is really helpful, and I would encourage all of you to do that at this stage, because the encapsulation of your topic in one sentence is helpful for thinking about then how are you organizing the rest of your literature review. So the introduction and title. So the title here is the effect of fall planted radish cover crop on nitrogen losses and nitrogen availability to the following year's corn crop. So you'll see that even the introduction has multiple subheadings: sources of nitrogen for crops, loss pathways for nitrogen, and means of reducing nitrogen losses. And back to the title, this person's looking at radish cover crop on nitrogen losses and nitrogen availability. And so these subheadings then make sense. I also want to point out that for most of these subheadings, and even into the details of C, where the fertilizer management, cover crops, there are citations for all of these subsections. And so this outline is being filled in, not necessarily with whole sentences or lots of descriptive writing, but at least a bullet point of the idea and the relevant references that that person is going to use for their full draft of their review. The second part is the methods paragraph. Again, we have the search terms, the search engine, the inclusion criteria. So this person's inclusion criteria were references where radish is planted as a fall cover crop, and either nitrogen loss or nitrogen availability are measured as response variables. And then D, the initial references from the search term were 53, and the final included references were 20. And so this is this person's methods and criteria, that pre-specified criteria for their literature review. The third part, the meat of this, is the body of the review, and this is where we want to see most of your references. So you can see that they have 2 major subheadings: characteristics of radish cover crops and effects on subsequent crops. Then they have 4 major bullet points underneath each of those with, again, all of the literature cited that they will use for those parts of their literature review. And then finally, there's a placeholder for the conclusions and further research. So we don't expect you to have that filled in, of course, at this point, but in each of your literature reviews, we will expect you to have a summarizing paragraph at the end that gives a full synthesis and a full summary of how you achieve the goals of your literature review. And here are the citations. So this person then gave the full citation list of all the citations that they had used in that outline. This person had 21 out of their 25 references. But for this assignment, we will expect you to at least include 15 in those headings and subheadings of your literature review. Note that there are some very tiny formatting issues here in this reference list that should be dealt with, and I will let you hunt for those. Finally, I wanted to give you one slide to remind you or show you how we will be grading this assignment. Again, another example as well as this example are posted on Canvas. Also, this rubric is posted on Canvas, so you'll find that in two places. So you should focus on the following points. Your outline, as I mentioned, should include an introduction, methods, body, and conclusion sections. Your introduction, methods, and body should be divided into multiple subsections that demonstrate a clear flow of information and organization of the included peer-reviewed articles. The introduction and body should also include citations for each subsection or sub-subsection as indicated in the example outline. And then finally, again, at least 15 citations should be noted in your outline, the majority of which should pertain to the body of your review, not to the introduction. So that's how we'll be grading this. That's the information. And as with the other mini lectures, this will be followed by a small quiz so that you can think about structure of outlines yourself before tackling your own.